Lesson 3. More about getting the guitar to make noise, good noise. Before you develop skills, you want to hear good sounds to keep you going, to keep you interested. Right now, this guitar is tuned to, well, the strings that I have. I only have 4, but it's tuned to standard E, A, D, and then way up here I have a B, right? So if I were to play my standard chords, the strings that exist are going to play normally. You know, anyways, what I would encourage you to do is tune your guitar different ways. Different ways. Make it to where when you just strum it all the way through, it'll make a pretty sound. Right here, that's not a pretty sound. That's not a pretty sound at all. But if I start on my lowest string and I just find any note that I think sounds good, I like that. Okay, let's move on to the next one. Let's just totally... Okay, those two sound good together. Okay, and I don't have to stick with that one either. I can pick a different one. Okay, go on the internet, look up different types of tuning, DADGAD and OpenC, and just do a little bit of research on different ways to tune the guitar, because there are a lot of them out there that just sound good, just like that. Okay, and from there, then you don't really have to worry about where things sit and music theory or any of that stuff. You can literally just put your whole finger over the whole thing. See, and before you know it, you're playing chords. Also, when you're working on your right hand and trying to really aim at those strings, without having to throw a bunch of complication in there of what shape do I hold, what's the scale, how do I memorize, just do the same thing. Just hold your finger across the whole thing, and it's going to make music no matter where you go. If I want to move, okay. Another thing to know while I'm on the subject is when you have two strings right next to each other, like let's just pick these two kind of in the middle here that I have. I'll just give it to you the simple way. Okay, the lower sounding one, in this case, is this string. Okay. Find that same sound on the string next to it. That's not it. That's not it. That's not it. There it is. Okay? Now just stay on those 2 strings right there, okay? Don't do anything with the lower one, leave it open. But with that other one where you got your finger at, you get the idea. So, you know, don't feel constrained to E, A, D, G, B, E, and don't feel constrained to regular chords, or don't even feel constrained to major and minor scales or any of that stuff. There's all kinds of circle of fifths and what are they called, modes, and there's all kinds of different stuff out there as far as music is concerned, and instruments in other places, not in America, and some here too, they incorporate semitones. So like from one fret to the next, that's called a semitone. There's another semitone. There's another semitone. Okay, and 2 frets away, that's a whole tone. That's a whole tone. Whole tone. Whatever. You get the idea. 2 is a whole. 1 is a semi. In some instruments, they don't have the frets here and here. They would have another one here, another one here, another one here. So the music is broken up into even smaller pieces. With some instruments, I mean, there are some instruments that are literally just bending something, or like with a trombone, there's no frets. You know, a fretless bass or a violin, there's no frets. You could play notes that aren't technically the right note, but it still makes sound and it could still be considered music. So I would encourage you to step outside the box and don't feel constrained to anything in particular, and just that sounds awful. But yeah, just have fun with it, and that's it. Lesson 3.